And hello, and welcome to another fun adventure in the land of Eorzea with our All Saints Wake 2024 playthrough. This time we're going to be doing the All Saints Wake event, and that's usually the Halloween event in the game. They just call it All Saints Wake to make it a more general name for the whole world to enjoy, because not everybody calls it Halloween. So, now, today we're going to have a little friend joining us. I do have our decorations out. Little black cat saying Happy Halloween on his tummy. He's going to be sitting on our desk today listening in, causing all kinds of mischief, we figure. So, while he sits over here beside us and listens in to story time, because you know cats, tell me a story. So, let's get into this. We have our usual friend of Artemis here, our favorite little black bunny. And we are going to get into this. For All Saints Wake, you will need to be at least level 15. And if you are in a different city, like you started in what's called Limsa Laminsa or Ul'dah, you will need to have the emissary quest done in order to get to Gridania. And we are at the main Aetheryte in Gridania right now. All kinds of people running around doing a little bit of everything. But we're going to be doing the event today. You'll want to come over here. And you'll want to use the Aetheryte crystal here. And go to Aethernet. And we will want Miketo's Amphitheater. We will check that and we will teleport over there and go see what kind of mischief is going on. And already we see all kinds of decorations for the green jack-o'-lantern stickers and the winged pumpkins and all. So, let's see what's going on. We're supposed to be looking for the pumpkin apparition. Ah, there we go. Oh, in case I haven't mentioned, this is your first Saints Wake. You do have the All Saints Wake crier here, right outside the amphitheater, who will help tell you about the events that's gone on and what is All Saints Wake. So, be sure to check that out if this is your first one. And if so, welcome in. Have some fun. Enjoy. We enjoy our Halloween stuff in here just as much as anybody else. We have our jack-o'-lanterns, our little ghosties and everything. And quite often they have tidbits going on. You can walk around and see spider webs and everything. We've got a spider web right here with jack-o'-lanterns on it, and a little ghost laying on it. Looks like he's taking a nap with a jack-o'-lantern looking on, like, ha ha ha. Like, yeah, okay. So do enjoy the festivities and also your decorations, because they put a lot of hard work into making these decorations and putting them up every year. I mean, I know it's not much. They can just load them in, just slap them down, but still. Somebody had to draw them. Somebody has to think of how to lay them out. So, hey, be happy for the decorations each year. And as you can tell, this is the place to be, because you have all the people over here. So we're going to come over here and see what the pumpkin-headed apparition has for us today. Again, this is level 15 quest, so you will need to be at least level 15, whatever class you come over here with. And it does have our little pumpkin decoration for the quest to say it's part of the All Saints Wake event. The reward this time is 1,440 experience. And 305 gil. So we get paid. And if you've been here before and seen other, we have the familiar clown here and somebody else. Let's see what's going on. The pumpkin-headed apparition is on the lookout for an able adventurer. This quest is available for a limited time only. But make sure you get in, get this done while it's there so you can get your prizes. Because the next time this rolls around, the prizes from this year will probably be in the cash store, so you have to pay real money for them. Because the past ones are now in the store today, when the event starts, and they have a sale on some of them. So if you've missed out and want to go get them, go ahead. Some of the stuff is pretty cool. One of the ones from the past, if you don't have it, is the broom mount. You did have a magic broom that you could ride around on, maybe dress up as a witch or something, and go riding around on a broom. So if you want to, go get that. And they do have the werewolf outfit and things like that from past years in there. So go take a look at the shop too if you want to. Now, since we've got that all set, let's see what's up. It's been more than a few moons since last we met, friend. As it so happens, I have a proposition suited to your talents. Are you prepared to throw caution to the wind and consort with fiends most foul once again? Uh-huh. That's me. You know, I've seen all kinds of stuff in this game. Demons and all aren't going to be anything right now. Of course you are. But before we get to the heart of the matter, let us reflect upon the history of All Saints' Wake. Oh, so we get a history lesson first thing. Okay. So if this is your first Saints' Wake, maybe we'll go over a tiny bit of the history for what's going on. On this night do fell fiends emerge to cavort and careen, unconcerned with the judgments of those on high. For the halls of the saints' heavenly abode ring with merriment as the wine flows freely, and no one can be bothered to look down. Uh-oh, so the heavens aren't paying attention, they're partying. And meanwhile, the demons are running around cutting loose and causing all kinds of chaos every chance they get. Thus did God's fearing folk greet this particular sunset with trepidation, daring not to venture from their homes. No longer. Nay, for adventurers came and drove out the void sin, restoring safety to the city streets and marking the occasion as one of jubilation. That's all well and good, but what of the poor forsaken fiends? Are they too not deserving of revelry? My wish is to see All Saints' Wake reborn as a celebration for all, be they ghost, ghoul, Redanian, or otherwise. Okay. And how do I propose to accomplish this feat? Binding obligations, friend. I've convinced the more sinister sorts to enter into contracts which forbid them from preying on mortals. In exchange, they are permitted to partake in the festivities. But there's one troubled soul who still seems incapable of getting into the spirit of things. Perhaps you'd be willing to give them a helping hand? Nothing too devilishly difficult, I promise. Before you get started, you'll want to get a grasp of the particulars by speaking with Papa Gruff. That's the clown. Okay, that's where he comes in. He ought to be performing one of his shows by the entrance to the Great Lum Glory. Now go. I shall be watching your performance with great interest. Okay. I'm never sure whether this apparition is good or bad. It kind of plays both sides. You know, devil's advocate kind of thing. So, yeah, about that. Well, let's see. Great Lum Glory. So let's go over here and grab our aetherite shard. And little noises. Alright, and we want the Growery. So we want the Botanist Guild. Oh, actually, that's going to be too far. We could probably just run. Well, fine, we're just going to run then. I figured it'd be right at the Growery. But no. We're going to go over here. Oh, we got a nice little stack of jack-o'-lanterns with hats on. Cool. Okay. Again, make sure you go through, you look at your pumpkins and stuff like that, because they do have fun with these things. Some of them are in silly designs and all. And here I am talking about following the map, and I totally walk right past where I need to go. I should be ashamed of myself. Just cut around over here instead of the middle of people. And let's talk to Papa Gruff. What you got, Papa Gruff? And we met Papa Gruff in another year. So be sure to go check out my channel and you can see the video for that. Because that was just a couple years ago where we did that. So it's kind of fun. Go check it out. Although it pains me so, our humble performance must draw to a close. Let us then end things on a high note. Ladies and gentlemen, I bid you feast your eyes on the fantastic Philcox and his transformation magics. Okay, well, I'm guessing this guy's Philcox then. It failed. What was that all about? Clowning and whatnot was right laugh, but the last bit was bleeding rubbish. Come on, let's get out of here. It didn't work, so they got mad. Little brats. Once more, you failed to muster up even an ounce of magical prowess. I had the crowd in the palm of my hand. We'd have even been the toast of the town if not for your blunder. There you go again, shrieking the same old tune. I've had it up to my eyeball with this farce. Just because you know a few cheap tricks doesn't give you the right to treat me like that. I can't stand the sight of you, let alone the thought of taking to the stage with you again. Good riddance. Oh, I say he got mad. Apparently it ain't going too well. Hey, Clowny. Well, well, fate has conspired for us to cross paths again. Out with it then. I know you're not here to swap pleasantries. Yeah, apparition sent me. A foul fiend failing to get into the spirit of All Saints' wake? I'd wager you speak of Philcox, the fellow who stormed off in a huff. Like most of our ilk, Philcox and I have insatiable appetite for aether. But unlike your garden variety, Voice-Scent, who hunt hapless mortals like beasts, we prefer to sate our hunger with their enthusiastic approval. I tell you, there's no aether as delectable as you'll find in food gifted in genuine appreciation. Which set me to thinking, perhaps preying on mortals was an old-fashioned and misguided approach. Thus did I commit to giving folk the sort of frights and that dazzle and delight, winning hearts and minds, and the process, and no small number of aether-laden delicacies. And what better occasion for such terrifying amusements? It's All Saints' Wake. The method is catching, too. Many Voice-Scent now seek aether in this manner. Philcox is one such reformed individual. When I first laid eyes upon him, I sensed promise. But get him in front of a crowd, and you're lucky to get a smattering of half-hearted applause, let alone a few measly crumbs. You'd be better off hearing it from the Ahriman's mouth, though. He can't have gotten far. Alright, so now, we are going to go look for Philcox. Because the Ahriman is what he is, an eyeball with wings, basically. So we're going to go over here, we're going to follow our little arrow, and we actually are going to follow it this time. Or maybe I just knew where I was going to go in a minute. Because that was the direction I was going a minute ago. Ah, there he is. Okay, what's up, buddy? That sniveling whelp of an imp. Magic's this, magic's that. The sheer unbridled cheek of it. Philcox is practically frothing at the mouth. So incensed is he by his treatment at the hands of Papa Gruff. You must soothe him before attempting to start a conversation. Okay, so that when they do that kind of stuff, the word soothe is in orange, so that's the word you want to type. You want to have him targeted, and just do the emote of /soothe. You comfort him, say, it's going to be all right. Hey, talk to me for a minute here. Tell me what's up. Apologies. I had taken leave of my senses. Your timely intervention is much appreciated. Wait, by the look of you, I'd say you're an adventurer. Let me guess. That pumpkin-headed lady sent you to check up on me, didn't she? Yeah, pretty much. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you my tale. Try as I might, I just can't get the hang of transformation magics. And without this means to delight the crowds, we're starved for appreciation. Literally, it sounds like. I'm an Ahriman, paralyzing prey with this big eye of mine. Not a problem. Turning them to stone with a petrifying glare? A trifling task. Hells, I can even smell despair and all manner of negative emotions in the people around me. Obviously, paralysis and petrification won't win over an audience. And my metaphorical nose for despair isn't going to put Aether on the table either. I have to tell that pumpkin-headed lady I'm not cut out for this business. If you're here at her behest, you'd better come too. Okay, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Okay, we were supposed to go speak to the pumpkin-headed apparition. Let's run back over to the amphitheater and see what's going on. Where's my sprint? There it is. Across the bridge here. And run over here. We need to go back inside the amphitheater. And let's talk to the apparition here and see what's going on. I gather you had a hand in Phil Cox's decision to lay bare his thoughts and feelings. Yeah, a little bit. Not that it did any good. I'm still stuck at square one. Underappreciated, underfed. That's your problem, you're just hungry. Such a curious child. Are you truly so blind to your own potential? No doubt you have an inkling as to what I speak of. Pray, share your wisdom with Philcox. Okay, what will you say? You can smell dark emotions. Use your gift to help those in need. Stamp out any negativity you sense within the common folk. Both of them about the same thing. You can smell dark emotion. Use your gift to help those in need. It's be about the same either way, because they about mean the same thing. Well, you'd be hard-pressed to find a void sent who suggests that. I don't see how helping others helps me. But then again, I know little of mortal ways, so perhaps I should heed your advice. Ah, wait! I see the logic in it now. What better way to make use of my talents and knock that pompous Papa Gruff right off his pedestal? No. I'm getting ahead of myself. I have no idea where to start. At least he's honest. Perhaps I can lend a little sleight of hand. Hold still. Uh-oh. Oh! Not only is that get-up guaranteed to turn heads, each and every thread is imbued with a potent magic to aid in your newfound purpose. Oh, you know, I think I can feel it. Maybe this isn't going to be so tough after all. There you are. You know, I had thought to apologize for my harsh words earlier. Since our act was the initiative and therefore our success, or lack thereof, was ultimately my responsibility. But I sense that you've been scheming. It pleases me to inform you, Papa Gruff, that I've found a way to win over mortals on my own terms. I find that hard to believe. But since you seem so confident, why don't we have ourselves a contest? Oh boy, the devil went down to Georgia or something? Whoever garners the most affection, and thereby the largest share of aether-rich victuals, wins. And to the victor go the spoils of subservience. The loser will be bound to obey their every whim. How does that sound? Okay. You're on. I hope you're ready to bow and scrape. Oh boy. The apparition was like, okay, what did I start here? That mortal epithet about one's barking being worse than one's bite comes to mind. Prepare yourself, Philcox. Although I do like the outfit, I'm serious. I know I've got this marvelous magic outfit, but I'm still not entirely convinced that I have what it takes to beat Papa Gruff on my own. Come with me, just until I get the hang of things, that's all I ask. Very well. I shall leave Philcox in your capable hands. You know what mischief is going to happen. And we have that quest complete, so we're getting our 1,440 experience and 305 gil. So now we turn over to Philcox having a quest. Let's slide over and talk to him. Again, this is still level 15, so you're still good to go. All fiends sated on All Saints Wake will be getting 1,440 experience, 305 gil, so a copy of the previous quest. That's nice. Oh, and then we'll be getting the outfit, which consists of Knight of Devilry Horns, Knight of Devilry Shirt, Knight of Devilry Fingerless Gloves, Knight of Devilry Trousers, and Knight of Devilry Boots. I like this outfit. Black and purple are two of my favorite colors. Yeah, that works. And those horns, I don't know, there's something about them. And then little wings on the back if you haven't noticed. Because if you look at his back right there, he has little demon wings on the back of his shirt. So that fits. Alright, after a nudge in the right direction, Philcox is ready to embark on his mission. This quest is available for a limited time only. Like everything else, it's only here till the end of the event, which I believe is November 3rd. Don't hold me to that, I believe that's what it is. So let's accept the quest and see what's going on. How about we try and find a troubled soul in need of aid? But let's get out of here first. Alright, we got our quest accepted. And let's follow our marker on the map. And again, I'm not going to leave it down, I know, but I am going to this time. Just right over here. That's not too far. Okay, what's he going to do over here? Right. Time to look for folk harboring negative feelings. Give me a moment. And he actually looks around. Like, okay, what am I going to see? I don't know if it has anything to do with that pumpkin-headed lady's enchantment, but my powers feel more potent than ever. I've already found someone, and whoever they are, they're awfully flustered. They're to the northeast, I think, though I'm not sure where exactly. The roads here can be confusing. Truth be told, this is my first time in the city. I've got a decent sense of direction, but I've yet to grasp the lay of the land. Could I trouble you to lead the way? Our flustered target is northeast of here. I'll be right behind you. I'm sure you will. Wilcox is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to pursue your quest objectives. You can leave Philcox behind by entering a different area or by speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you need to leave, you can always pick up here again and by just talking to him and say, hey, hold up, I'll come back to you later. And you can come back and pick up. You still got the quest, so. If you wish to have Philcox join you again, return and speak with him at the original location. In other words, right here. So if something happens, net drops, get disconnected, whatever, you can come over here and just talk to him again and just pick back up. Let's hope nothing happens. Cross your fingers. While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of discussion. They will look like this blue circle right here in the picture. You walk into it and he'll get a little bubble over his head. You can talk to him. Maybe a couple little choices, or he may just have a little something to say, like, would you check out these decorations? They're ghastly, or whatever. Given he's a demon, he might not like them, I don't know. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. It's a good idea to catch, so get a little side story along with what you're doing for the quest. And our marker points this way. And since we've got him following us, let's just stay on the ground. Don't worry about trying to teleport anywhere. Although they will teleport if you need to. Because if you need to teleport across town or something, then you can. And they'll follow. Here's one of those blue circles. There's a couple people are here. That clown was amazing. Turning a pumpkin into a little pup? Yeah. Woof woof. Okay. The little dog over there is like, okay. Well, let's see what Philcox has to say. Discuss the delighted women. Such glee. They mentioned a clown. I'd wager they've just had the, privilege of seeing one of Papa Gross's performances. Listen, I'll be the first to admit, he's an expert illusionist, and you've only got to look at the folk like these ladies to see that he knows how to work a crowd. Getting tongue-tied there for a second. But I won't be upstaged. I'll prove there's more than one way to win over an audience. Following your timely advice, that is. Sure. Given the delight written on their faces, our opponent must have earned himself some sustenance. Which means we've no time to lose. Onward. Okay. And that was the only choice, so apparently he's done. We just leave the circle and he'll follow us again. Continue on towards whatever he sensed. Flustered fellow. There we go. So what's up with you, buddy? Oh, gosh, where's she gotten to? Okay. This must be the fellow my senses were leading me to. Shall we find out what ails him? You there. What's gotten you so worked up? Oh, forgive me. There was this poor little girl who'd been separated from her mother. I was helping her to look, but she suddenly disappeared. I can't simply abandon her. But then again, I have an urgent personal matter to attend to, and I don't know what to do. In that case, why don't I and my associate look for the girl? Then you can see to your affairs without worry. Thank you, thank you. She's a young lass dressed in blue. I hope you're able to find her forthwith. Yeah, before Papa Gruff doesn't eat her. Or whatever. You know, Hansel and Gretel story, the old witch cooks them. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past Papa Gruff to try that these days. He certainly was appreciative. Yet there I am, empty-handed. Ah, forget the food. We have a lost child to find. You may get something from her. Here he goes looking for her. I'm detecting a despairing presence to the east of here. Odds are it's the girl. Which means I have need of your navigational nous once again. After you. Okay. And just follow your marker. Okay, we're heading over towards the Lancers Guild. How did she end up over here, I wonder? Ah, Distressed Damsel and Papa Gruff's already over there. Great! I see a fight coming up. We have a cutscene, so... I thought this would be a fine opportunity to accrue some appreciation. But the poor girl's beside herself. She keeps calling out for Mama. Want to enlist your help? Oh, you're actually going to help? This must be the lost lass we've been looking for. If we want to earn her thanks, we'll need to reunite her with her mother, wouldn't you say? Yeah, that would be the general idea. Which means we now have a lady to locate. Any suggestions? She's probably going to be upset too if her daughter's missing. What will you say? Use your senses to search for someone feeling anxious. Or why don't you try coming up with an idea yourself? Or ... I don't know. Well, she would be feeling anxious if it's her daughter. So, because she's going to want to find her. Like any good mom. So use your senses. Ah, you're saying that the mother would be worried about her daughter having gone missing? Brilliant! This is exactly why I had you accompany me. Right then. Look around, look around, look around. You see anything? Found her. I don't know which is the bigger boon, having you by my side or this fancy finery. I think I've learned my way around the city, more or less. I'll handle this next part on my own. Wait here. I'll be back with the girl's mother in no time. Let's hope you get the right lady. Because there might be somebody else feeling anxious about something else. Okay. We have a black screen. Ah, now we come back. Now we've been here a couple minutes. Oh, hi! Okay, now is this her? 12 be praised, you're safe! You have my eternal gratitude. Thanks for finding Mama, mister. believe me now, Papa Gruff. Sweet, sweet appreciation. And all courtesy of my special talent. I can't help but notice they didn't offer you anything edible by way of thanks. For my part, I've already been rewarded with a tasty morsel. That said, the gift of food is far from guaranteed. Indeed, perseverance is key, which is why I find myself performing show after show. I suggest you approach this contest with the same tenacity, Phil Cox. I'm afraid he's right. Constant effort is key. Luckily, I sensed another troubled soul while I was tracking down the girl's mother. I'd better see what I can do to help. You're turning into a hero, not a demon. You could be going around doing good deeds left and right. You know, I think I'm ready to go it alone now. Why don't you let our pumpkin-headed benefactor know? I'll come and find you when I'm done. Okay. How much trouble is he going to cause in the meantime? Well, I'm afraid my next performance calls. Until we meet again, adventurer. Yeah. Go ahead, Clowny. Alright, so now we gotta get back over to our dear Miketos. We will grab the Aetheryte right here and jump back over to Miketos. Across town. In the blink of an eye. Let's head in here and talk to our apparition. Now she's turning them into good guys. The adventurer returns. Near at the precise moment I predicted. I do hope keeping Phil Cox company wasn't too taxing. What of our fiend and his endeavors? You're turning him into a hero, okay? Keep it up, he'll be rivaling me for my job. You have my thanks, truly. Ah, speak of the devils. Here they come. Dear, oh dear. That turned out to be a dime sight harder than I'd anticipated. And all I have to show for my travails is a single cookie. To think the first gift I'd receive would be to prove the last. Curses! I didn't receive so much as a crumb. I suppose this means you win. Very well. I am yours to command, Papa Gruff. You admit defeat far too readily, Phil Cox. How so? Ah! It's the little girl and her mom. Hooray! We found you. I wanted to thank you properly for helping me and Mama. I brought you a pumpkin cookie. Ah! My thanks. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Simply scrumptious. Power up. Everybody's like, what just happened to you? And the little girl's like, yeah, don't it? I'm glad you like it. Oh well. Keep a better eye on her. That makes it one apiece. A draw then. Still, Phil Cox, While you had some assistance along the way, you're nevertheless done yourself proud. To think I'd live to see the day Papa Gruff sings my praises. Awfully kind of you to finally admit that I might have worth. Is that all you desire? My begrudging acceptance? Have you forgotten your reasons for joining in the festivities in the first place? Oh, of course I haven't. The good people of Gridania are still in need of my help. And where there are common folk in need, there are cookies to be freed. Or given to me. He sounds like Cookie Monster. You know, C is for cookie, and he's gonna eat them all. Adventure, I had better be going. But before I do, let me say this. I might have found a way to make the most of my talents, but I wouldn't have been able to do so without you and the pumpkin-headed lady. I'm sure we'll run into each other again one of these days. Till then. The promise I sensed in Phil Cox when he and I first met wasn't illusory after all. I should take my leave too. It'd be remiss of me to allow him to garner all the glory, to say nothing of the cookies. Can't let him have all the fun, huh? I'd say those two fiends ended up having themselves a frightfully fun-filled All Saints' Wake. Wouldn't you agree? And for your part in it, a fitting reward, I present you a set of finery, as worn by Gridania's most emotionally perceptive Ahriman. And that's where our outfit comes in. Perhaps you wonder if your outfit is endowed with the same enchantment? You needn't worry. There never was an enchantment. Oh, really? I want some extra power. You know, I'm not max level yet. I might need it. That little charade was my way of giving Philcox the confidence he so sorely lacked. Although I dare say such a measure was unnecessary, given he had you to cheer him on. Before I forget, you are hereby cordially invited to my humble abode for a get-together of sorts. Do drop by. I assure you it'll be rightfully entertaining. Anyway, your help is much appreciated. At this rate, my vision of an All Saints' Wake for mortals and Voidsent alike might not be such a distant prospect. Though I do hope that these shenanigans haven't dulled your enthusiasm for this most occult of occasions. Hey, I love Halloween, come on! Black cats, werewolves, vampires, let's go! I love them all. I like the little ghoulies. Ghosts and goblins and everything? Sure. And that's the end of the quest, so we get our outfit, our XP, and our guild. There you go, it. Quest complete. You now have access to Sneaky Hollow. Speak with the unusual usher at Miketo's amphitheater to be escorted to the costume party. The little fiends in life is our achievement for this time. Quest complete. All fiends sated on All Saints' Wake. Cool. And we get 10 achievement points, so very nice. Alright. Now, I'm going to run over to the vendor because usually there is a vendor in the game. The spectacled vendor. Because I want the flying pumpkin. going to buy it. It is a housing item. Technically a tabletop item. A bewitching winged gourd is ideal for all of Saint's Wake, or really any occasion. So if you're going to have an All Saints Wake party, put it on. Because what it is, I'll show you real quick, without even having a table. The big black pumpkin right here with the black wings and the orange light inside, that's basically what it is. Just a small version that goes in your house. It would float over your table that you put it on. Oh look, Papa Girl's hanging out. Cool. Where's Phil Cox? Is he hanging out over here too? No, not this time. Not this time. And if you want, there is the unusual usher. Now, if it's anything like the previous version, I do have a video on my site that goes through the spooky area. You have a little area set up. It has the pumpkin-headed apparition in there. You have tables set up. She's throwing a Halloween party, basically. It's got all kinds of treats and everything on the tables. So do go check that out. I will pop in at some point and see if it's still the same. And if it's different, I will do a video for that all on its own. That way it's not affecting this. But as it is, the event itself is done. We have our little item. We have our outfit. Which I'm guessing our outfit went into our armory chest. Yes. Because there's the horns right there. Okay. So I will have to put that in my glamour dresser when I get over to the inn. So I can put that on. As far as I know, it is dyeable. I'm not sure how it will dye. I would have to go watch a video on that. As I know there's at least a couple up. So in the meantime, I will bid you a fond farewell. We will have Artemis do her wave. And with that, have a wonderful All Saints Wake. Do have a little bit of Halloween fun. There are many things you can do in the game yourself to celebrate. You can throw a Halloween party at your house if you have one. Or your FC can do one. Or many other things. Keep a watch out, see if your friends or other people on your server are doing things. So, I bid you have a spooky time.